Alright, this is 5-3 again, continued. But today you're going to graphing lines in slope-intercept form. Alright, so if you're given a line, (2x minus 1). Okay, what's the slope of this line? 2. What's the y-intercept? Good. So, you construct your graph. Okay, you plot the y-intercept on the y-axis. Here's your y-axis, here's your x-axis. So if you know that the line hits the y-axis at -1, then you go to -1 on the y-axis and you put a point there. Now, since slope is the same as rise over run, and the slope is equal to 2, that's the same as 2 over 1. So you're going to rise how many?
2.
You're going to rise 2 and you're going to run
1.
Good. Now, if the slope is positive, you run to the right. Okay? If the slope is negative, you run to the left. But you always rise. So watch, from this point we're going to rise 2 units. And we're going to run 1 to the right. And you're going to make another point. From that point, you're going to rise 2 units, and you're going to run how many? 1 to the right. Now that you have 3 points, you can connect your points. So there and there is your line. That's the graph of y equals 2x minus 1. Any questions there? Alright, then let's graph y equals -3x plus 4. So if you follow the steps again, alright, what's our y-intercept? +4. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4. +4 is right here. What do you do to the +4? You put a dot on it. Now, how many are we going to rise? What's our slope? Our slope is -3 over 1. That's your slope, isn't it? If it's a whole number, you put it over 1. So we're going to rise 1, 2, 3, and we're going to run 1, but we're going to run 1 to the left. Okay? You can also, God, I hate saying this, but you can also go down 3 and 1 to the right. Isn't it? It is confusing. So don't do it. Okay? Always rise and either run left if it's negative or run right if it's positive. So from this point here now, you got to rise. I'm out of space. But you got to rise how many? 3 more, and run how many? To the left, 1 more. And once you've got your 3 points, you can connect them all. Okay? So the first thing you do is you plot the y-intercept. On the y-axis, you put a dot there. And then you just basically step off or mark off the slope. All right? This is your rise over your run. Okay? Always rise. Run left if the slope's negative. Run right if the slope is positive. Okay? All right, now, if you're given this, now you're given a line, 2y plus 4x equals 0. Is that in slope-intercept form? No, so you can't start graphing it yet. The first thing you have to do is get it in slope-intercept form. You've got to make it look like y equals mx plus b. So the first thing you'll do is subtract 4x. So 2y is going to equal negative 4x. And you don't have to write plus or minus 0. The 0 can just disappear. If you divide by 2 next, then y is going to equal negative 2x. Okay? So what's your slope? Negative 2. What's your y-intercept? 0. Very good. So on your graph, where's your first point going to go? On the y-axis. It's going to go at the origin or at 0, isn't it? And then we're going to go, let's see, 1, 2. All right, so how many are we going to rise from this point? 2. Rise 2. How many are you going to run? Which direction? Good. You're going to rise 2, run 1 to the left because it's negative, because the slope's negative. From there, you're going to rise 1, 2, run 1 to the left because the slope's negative. You've got 3 points on the line now. You can connect them. My favorite part, connect the dot. Why do the arrows go on the end of the line? To show that it keeps going forever in both directions. Okay? Any questions? Nicely done. Your assignment for today is going to be page 336. Eight through 12. And 18 through 22. Now, when there's the yellow stuff on the sides of the screen, what does that mean? It means it's going to be on Edline under the notes. So if you need extra help, if you can't get to tutoring, but you can get to a computer, then get to the computer, go to the notes section, which is in the contents folder, open it, click on today's date.